without further ado, I'd like to invite a wonderful special guest here today. Her name is Evalyn Shea. Evalyn, could you turn on your microphone and your video? Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here, Jala. How are you?
I'm so glad that you're here. Now, Evalyn is such a trooper. She just recently hurt both feet and she's on pain medication galore and she's supposed to have her feet up, but she's here and she's, hanging in there and she's here for us. So I am so blessed to have you here and joining us. Evalyn, do you want to tell people who you are and what you do?
Sure. So Evalyn Shea, my company is Shea Writing and Training Solutions. We are a technical writing company. We do operations manuals and procedures and things for other companies. And we also develop training and we do some competency consulting as well with a subsidiary.
Very nice. Now, Evalyn is like Biddy yesterday. Biddy did such a lovely job. She came in yesterday and did a testimonial. So Evalyn I think she was the first person to purchase the program last time, the B2B Magnetic Marketer. And tell us about your experience in the boot camp and what made you decide to buy the program.
So I was really excited by the boot camp. It was when you held that one, it was in the evenings, I think. Yes. And I made sure that I was here every evening to do it. And then there was homework and I would spend, in some cases, an hour or more doing the homework each day because I really wanted to stay on top of it. It was resonating so much with me. I had resisted it when I heard you speak at WeBank.
Everybody.
And I knew better, but I still was in this place of fear of I can't niche down. I have to have a broad network. But I really got it. I understood what it was all about. I had some great aha moments in it, and so it jump-started me out of doldrums.
Very nice. And so, what result did you get just from the free portion?
So one of the things so in the free portion, when we did the brainstorm what industries or niches, super niches you could go into, there was one in particular that just kind of caught my eye. And so for the homework where we needed to speak to somebody in that industry, I called up somebody that I hadn't spoken with in, I don't know, 7 or 10 years, a long time, and just called him out of the blue, and he answered the phone and he spent about 30 minutes with me. I got pages and pages of notes. I learned a lot about the industry and it really lit a fire. It was very exciting.
That is so awesome. So what value have you been getting in the program? And I know it's been very, very new, but yes, still in a very short time, what value have you gotten?
So for one thing, I'm absolutely 100% clear that you're in my corner and you've got my back. It's great knowing that, once a week you're right there for me, but if I needed you during the week, you're there too. We had a week where I was working on a big presentation that you helped me put together and lots of back and forth. I mean, it was just, you were right there for me. It went really well, and we have replicated that a couple of times.
Great.
The other thing is, when you are, and I haven't told you this, but when you're kind of floundering, what had happened was the industry that we've always worked in is on the downturn. And so in addition to everything else, it's already going down. And so my market is smaller. And so you're clutching at straws, right? So you're clutching at, that was why I was afraid to niche down. But then you also get exposed to all kinds of marketing ideas and sales training and all this stuff. And you think, oh, maybe I should go do this one, or maybe I should go do that one. And one really big value that I've gotten is recognizing that I have hitched my star to yours. And I don't have to even bother with all that other stuff.
Absolutely.
It's, so it frees up more time for me to actually do the homework and do the things that I need to do and stay focused on getting narrowed down into my niche.
Yeah, and you're such a good student. Like, if I tell you to do it, you'll do it, and you don't question it. Like, you get it right away, and you do it. So thank you for bringing that up. This group is like a semi-private group, honestly, and for the investment, you're also going to be you allowed to have that much time, that depth of time with me. And what I love about working with you, Evalyn, is if you have a huge sales presentation you're going to go into, we're going to dry run. We're going to do another training just on sales, and we're going to do a dry run just on sales. If you have another issue come up, if you have an objection, or if you have, like, let's say a bid, like an RFP, we're going to do that in this semi-private group. Yes, there is a thread of training that you're supposed to go through to figure out your niche, figure out the super niche, figure out the messaging and the marketing plan, but life goes on without having to figure that out. And when we see each other every Monday, I know what's going on in your business, and I have to help you, because I'm not going to sit there and be your CMO, chief marketing officer, and let you go to bat with the wrong messaging, or, incomplete messaging, or incongruent messaging. I'm going to give you the best of everything I know, and you're going to be prepared, and you're going to get amazing results. So thank you for pointing that out, because I hadn't really thought about using that as sort of like a selling piece, because it's just who I am. Like, I can't let you go and pitch it. Like, I can't let you go with what you have. I have to, like, send me what you have. Let's figure it out, and then let's work on it. And if your super niche work has to wait for a week, it has to wait for a week, because life is going on. The rest of your company is still running.
That's right. It is. And it's just so cool to know that you're there for me for that.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah. That's what you hired. It is not a packaged program. Here you go. You only get, this much. You only get the videos. It's not at all. And I like it that way, honestly. Like I was saying, maybe, it would be such a different experience if we had 300 people
yes.
And, you had to be batched into like 18 people or 20 people. I really don't think I could reach to the depth of help that I could with all of them, right? So I'm actually glad that it's in its infancy at this point, and that you're thriving in it. And thank you so much for, all of your help and all of your willingness to do what it takes to get to the next level.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's mutual. You bring it out in me.
That's wonderful. So any advice for people who are on the bubble, they're undecided, maybe they had a tough COVID with their business, like all of us, and maybe the investment is, making them think twice. Is there anything that you want to say to them as advice to sort of hold their hand through that fear?
So I think, so I had to talk to myself too. So I guess what for me, what I would say is, it's the standard definition of insanity, right? If you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results, that just doesn't work. So it really is, if you feel it in your gut, and you'll know that you'll have that little bothering you feeling that it's time to do something different. This is the time. Now is the time. This is a great offer. Shala is 100% there for you. It's not just that 1 hour during the week, and it's it's a whole year, right? It's a whole year, plus the bonus is fabulous. I mean, I haven't done mine yet, but I'm really excited about bringing my team in and getting that whole exposure and getting everybody on the same page. I've been trying to keep them, along with me a little bit, but just do it. Just do it.
That's true. I forgot about the strategy day, the VIP strategy day, or the strategy meeting. The part of the bonus, you guys, to remind you, if you pay in full and upfront, you get a strategy meeting with me to figure out the next, 30 days or the next window of revenue opportunity that we can accelerate. And it's called really the accelerator meeting. So Evalyn, I think you saw somebody's testimonial and decided to do it. I can't remember. Was it Jill Williams's testimonial that you decided to do it, or had you already decided to do it?
There were a few. I was kind of I was kind of a little bit like, well, let me try it for a month and see how it goes. And then between just thinking about that and just deciding, let's just do this, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Let me make the commitment to do this, and I have not regretted it.
Yeah. Oh, wonderful. And I can't even wait. I can't wait to see who you're going to bring in and, you know, what we're going to get out of it. Because one of the things that this does is it causes alignment in a team, because
Yes.
they're all speaking their vision, what they think is the obstacle, and what they think they need as the gap to cover that. And so that's what we address. And for the first time, you have someone outside of the company who has been working with the leader be able to facilitate that conversation. So I always love seeing this. And people,
Yes.
they're very surprised by what happens in those rooms, but it's absolutely necessary if you're going to grow your company, and with all teams firing at, you know, all cylinders firing at the same time. So I can't wait to do that. We have to schedule that for sure.
Yes, we do.
Schedule that for sure. So thank you so much, Evalyn. I wish you a wonderful rest of Sunday.